spectacular, guys. Look at that. It's just flats and all sands and this beautiful island. I'm assuming that morning, legends. Well, it's a bit of a sad day because it's our last day here after 4 amazing days in Denham. Today we're going to punch out and we're going to probably explore some of the off-road tracks around Eagle Bay, etc. We're going to park up, we're going to camp overnight. There is a little fee for doing that, and you've got to make sure around here that you follow the rules. So we're going to drop into a centre and pay a fee to camp off-road. And then after that, we'll get a couple of days in Monkey Mia, and we love the place so much that we thought a couple of days at the caravan park there would be just spot on. So we're packing up the van right now. I'm filling up the water tanks. We're going to get the dogs sorted out, car loaded up, and we're going to bugger off. So you don't realise how lucky you are when you're in a caravan park and you've got power and water, everything all connected up until you are off the beaten track, guys. We've done a couple of days in Driest where you don't have any of those luxuries, and the most important thing you have to watch out for is your water usage. Now, we're lucky enough in the Winnebago that we've got a water meter in there which will let us know quarter, half, down to a quarter, and then when we're on our reserve tanks. She takes about 180 litres, I think. So right now I've got a filter system connected up to the hose. We're just pumping filtered water straight into the tanks, and we've also got a water filter inside there under the sink. So we get really nice clean water all the time. But I can't stress enough, guys, that the most important thing that you'll take anywhere in the northwest is water. So always make sure those tanks are full. Look, even when you've got a fully loaded caravan, you want to travel between towns in the northwest where it's really hot, make sure you take as much water as you can. You just never know what'll happen. Why are you so stroppy? You're a butthead. Not somewhere you'd want to roll off the edge, that's for sure.
Yeah, be back. Ruin your day for at least.
Well, guys, that's pretty special. Have a look at the coastline down here. You know, you go from town where it's just all flats and all sand to this beautiful island. I'm assuming that, you know, you get your wildlife of birds. We heard there's dugongs. We heard turtles come in here. Quite a specky spot. So we'll explore this for a little bit. I think we might go for a walk down there in a minute. It's absolutely spectacular, guys. Look at that. It's just one monster sand flat with reef in between. I think just over here is where I might jump in and try pick lunch. See how we go. Hayley, you've really got to hold that button down for like 2 or 3 seconds before you talk.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, that's great, mate. If I can hear your music for a couple of seconds before you talk, you've done the right thing. What the hell are they listening to? After dropping the vans to make the exploring a bit easier, we found an amazing secluded beach with not a soul in sight for absolutely kilometres. After a few hours of chilling on the beach and waiting for the tide to come in, we grabbed the vans and found an amazing little clearing, which was perfect for the family and a perfect place to pull up stumps for the night. Well, legends, this is camp. Absolutely spot on. The tracks weren't hard. It was flat, hard ground. I think if we're going to give the Winnebago a good test later, we might try to do some undulations and stuff, but just for today, we've pulled up in the safety of this little, I'd say, little clearing here alongside. We've got the lagoon just out here to my left, to your right. We've got a little creek that follows through to the ocean. So there's going to be a little bit of flats fishing going on, a little bit of exploring, a little bit of swimming. This is going to be superb. What's that, a crab?
Crab, mate.
Might be worth putting the nets in later. He's seen better days, that's for sure. That stinks, bro. Why are you holding on to it? Well, Chris, We have this entire beach to ourselves, mate. There's not another soul in sight.
Pretty good, eh?
This is living, mate. You gonna catch me some lunch or what?
It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
So walking the flats, guys, it's something I've done a little bit of back home at the Swan River, and it's always hard work back there. But out here, you got so much life, so many species. So today, I think we're going to try catch some flatties, some whiting, you know, nothing different to what we've done so far on Monkey Mire. But it's all about, like I said, we're living off the land, living off the ocean. Tonight we want to catch and cook exactly that, what we find.
Wait.
What's going on here, guys? Have you got a little pet shop going on?
Yes.
What are they?
Wait. Yeah, I think that's ice. I think that's ice cream. No, where's Pussy? Where's Pussy?
Got your knife and everything.
Got everything, mate. Didn't come here to f spiders.
Very good.
But I could go get it if I wanted it. Hold up, Mackie. Hold up. Mac, wait. Wait. There's a couple of holes just here, stingray holes. And if I've learnt anything from Monkey Mire, there is generally something right alongside those. Hey, hey, just wait, buddy. Be a flatty. Come on, big flatty. It's heavy gear, so it could be a big flatty. Trumpeter. That's dog food, mate. Keep that. You gonna trail or something, Mackie D? If you don't get a flathead before me, mate, I'm gonna be really disappointed. You're great at catching stuff underwater, so I wouldn't put it past you. Oh yeah, hit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's on. Got him.
Good boy.
Come on, be a flatty. Yeah, good flat. Oh, I dropped it. It was a good flatty too. Oh, no. Oh, pulled his throat out. Poor little dude. He might be dead. I'll be able to scoop him. I just think it's sensible that if we don't walk our plums through that deep hole, Chris, we'll be nice and warm for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Bite. On. Gotcha. Oh, it's a little baby, but we'll take it, right? It's been a lot of hard work to now. Little bar tail. That's pretty sick. And I'll tell you what the technique was there, guys. There was no technique. I was trawling it behind me like we were, Chris, for about the last 50 meters. Well, I think the truth of it is that we were fishing too deep. As the tides pushed up, I think all the flatties have moved into the flats, into the shallows. And that's the result. He's only a little fella though. The one I hooked before was about 8 times bigger than that. Possibly a world record, but we'll never know. Well, Chriso, we had a couple of hits, a couple of nibs.
Yeah, doesn't seem flush though.
Near miss with a good flatty. But she's pretty quiet. We haven't had a bite for about 15 minutes now, and when that happens, I get a bit bored. Chris gets a bit bored. Well, this definitely isn't a terrible little swimming hole, guys. Have a look at the kids. They're just sitting in a deep little warm bowl of water, basically, while the fur kids are having a swim. Does life get any better? What do you got? Show me.
Nothing, but I caught a flatty and I caught a mud skipper. It's cold but nice. Cold nice. Cold nice.
So I've come across this nice little green hole, guys, in the middle of this lagoon. It's shallow water all the way around it, and it's being fed by that incoming tide. So we'll put a lure over the edge of the banks here. The hope is that the ambush predators like your flatties are sitting just on the edge of this bank waiting for a lure to come over the top. And if we can get lucky, we might put 1 or 2 on. On! Gotcha! What have we got here, guys? Oh, you never know what you're going to pull out of a creek like this, right? Oh, good flatty! We'll have that one. Oh, how cool's that? Little barry. Bang! Another cast, another fish. No monster, but we'll have it right. Ew! Oh my god, guys, this is so much fun. We're eating well tonight, guys. We got good size whiting in the box and we've got a couple of nice flatties, so fish tacos it is. Only bad thing is, guys, I didn't bring something to put these in, so I'll probably have to just stash it in that net, wrap it up so the birds don't come and pinch it. Doesn't get any better. Look at this. Little tidal creek here, right on the edge of a nice bay. We're going to be camping up top tonight, so I'm sure when it gets dark we're going to see some pretty cool stuff in here. You're kidding. There's a blue manna crab literally in toe deep water. What are you doing up here? Yoo-hoo! More dinner, boy. Might have to get the crab nets in here. How good is that? Oh well. We'll get 4 or 5 crab nets in this deep hole here, guys, and fingers crossed we get a feed. Well, what a little session. Well, bro,
Whoa,
I think we get the nets and we throw the nets in there because
yeah, boy.
we're guaranteed a feed.
A tiny baby in it.
Get a little baby one. Nice job. He's going straight for the net. Straight for it too. That's a nice little barry, mate. Straight out of the edge of the weed. Mate, this is the best little fishing hole in the world. Oh, how good's that? That's a good 40. He's engulfed that. We've made it hard for ourselves. How about you hold that? Beautiful. And I'll pull this. So Chris has got crab net ropes under his foot. He thought that'd be a good idea. Saw a big crab swim over here earlier. Let's see if we got him.
Hey, buddy.
So walking the flats all morning really didn't produce, but I guess the moral of the story here, guys, is when you're fishing tidal areas, find a little hole. You know, narrow the fish down to one little basket. And that way when you're casting, you're not having to walk kilometers or, you know, contest with sharks. And that, my friends, makes me pretty happy considering we lost a few beauties today. So there's that little double clutch, guys, little Daiwa minnow double clutch. Absolutely cracking little lures for these flatties. You can see the colour of it and why they're smashing it, because it's muddy, murky water out the middle there where the water's really flowing. And he can see that like nothing else. And there we go, converted a nice fish. Did you not want to tell me you hooked a fish, or?
I didn't realise, mate. I didn't realise. I'm too busy worrying about the crab net. Mother got my finger there.
Get my reel out of the water! Yeah. Let's go do some fish tacos, big horse. Well, that was a productive little session, guys. We've got whiting from yesterday. That's going to go amazing in the tacos. Then we're going to top that off with a bit of flatty. And later on tonight, I reckon we're going to get some crabs. We'll have a midnight snack. Well, the best thing about taking your dogs everywhere, guys, is they're basically like pelicans. They will clean up all your scraps. Thanks, mate. Ready for this, Chriso? We got fresh whiting, fresh flathead. None of it's been frozen. The flathead was swimming only about, what, 20 minutes ago.
Something like that, 20 minutes, 50.
A couple of crabs, fish tacos. This is going to be the bomb. There's nothing more rewarding than finding your own little spots, catching your food and enjoying the afternoon with amazing people. We were so lucky to have our good friends the fishers join us for this chapter of the journey, and what better way to spend the last afternoon together than by the beach watching the sun set as the kids and dogs played in the sand. And to top all that off, we had an amazing seafood dinner. So guys, something we've found super helpful on this trip is Wiki Camps. Just downloaded that before we left. Now, I know I've got the HEMA HX2 GPS, but the problem with that is I'm driving, it's on my side, and if I'm to look through all the camping grounds and everything and work out if they're good to go to, I'm driving, so I can't do it. Whereas Jess has got it all downloaded on her phone. She doesn't need a signal to look up campsites, etc. So on the way to destinations, if we find something that we think's great and we want to explore it, Jess will quickly look it up. We can just duck straight off the beaten track, have a look, stay there the night. So big tip, get onto that. Well, we've just saved this little guy from the road, haven't we, Izzy?
Yes.
What is he?
A blue-tongued lizard.
That's right, and it's a bit sad because along the highway here we see so many dead ones, don't we? Yeah. So it was good to pick him up, and we're going to put him right on the edge of the road here and pat him on the bum so he runs into the bushes, aren't we? Yeah. All right, let's do that. You put him down. Give him a pat on the bum. There he goes. After a quick dig through Wiki Camps, Jess found the amazing Wooramel Station, which is a fully functioning cattle, sheep and goat station that backs directly onto the Shark Bay World Heritage Area. Well, legends, this is Wooramel River Retreat, and this is completely different to anything that we've seen over the last few weeks. No blue-green crisp water, just dry, dusty riverbed that apparently only flows a couple of times a year, which is pretty cool. I mean, for the first time in this whole trip, we haven't been around water, but we don't need it for that, you know, different change of scenery. Apparently it's a cattle station as well, so later on tonight we're going to go get some fresh meat from up top, and I reckon char-grilled steaks on the coals. But bit of exploring for now, and we'll check it out and get back to you later. The property is absolutely massive. With a total area of 1,430 square kilometres, there's plenty of room for the whole family to stretch the legs. Good boy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. One of the highlights at Wooramel River Retreat is definitely experiencing the naturally heated therapeutic Artesian bore baths. Waters from the Birdrong Aquifer travel from a depth of 240 metres below the ground to the surface under its own pressure, and is then piped into these amazing spas which sits around 33 degrees.
Matt's been trying to work out how to fold up the pop-up tent for a while. He's resorted to almost reading instructions, which is a miracle. Do those moves.
I'll show a go. Do you know what would really help? If the pictures actually looked like the friggin' tent. It's pretty easy, babe. What are you doing? Maybe you should read the instructions.
I am.
Just wasn't that big. It was like half that size. All right, let's stand like the guy in the picture, right? So. No way. No way, no way. No, that's it, that's it. Just punch it up. Guys, the very first non-biased review, a little bit of camping gear. This is the dog kennel. Absolute cracker. Go out and get yourself a Pavillo. I've never heard of it before. They're really easy to pack up and unpack. So I told you, all you need to do is read the instructions.